Hey everybody, welcome back. Just following up with our previous discussions, talking about traveling and bug out locations, and one of the questions that I'd like to throw out there to the prepping community is your bug out location, if you have one, is your bug out location as prepared as you are? Have you thought ahead to this, or do you just have a spot? Is it stocked? If it is stocked, are you checking up on that stock and rotating it and making sure that whatever is there, whether it's food or water or whatever, is fresh and fronted, taking out old stuff if it's getting old, so on and so forth, making sure that it hasn't been looted. That is a common problem with cabins, for example. Cabins, it's not necessarily ones that are deep in the middle of nowhere, which can still be compromised, but cabins in areas where people know that cabins are often broken into and materials are stolen. So is it secure? Is it stocked? Do you have what you think you're going to need there, or close to it, perhaps hidden somewhere around the property instead of in the cabin itself, if you have a cabin, just using that as a primary example? Or were you planning on bringing your supplies with you when you did bug out? And if so, what are you prepared to do if you can't bring your supplies? What if it's an EMP? What if there's roadblocks? You know, the government decides, okay, you're not going in and out of the state, which can happen. And it wouldn't be that hard to bottleneck you and cut you off from traveling from one state to another in a vehicle. That would actually be very easy and happens all the time. So if you're planning on bringing stuff with you and you have to leave it, what are you going to do once you get there? Are you prepared for that? Do you have enough, like, outdoor skill craft, for example, to get on in your bug out location without any supplies? You know, a true survivalist with living off of the land. There's not too many people that can actually do that. For most people, that's a hobby. There's not too many people actually living that lifestyle anymore. So it's some more things to digest, some more things to think about.
And again, we're not anti-bug out. We are for bug out. We just want people to think, and especially if you're new to prepping and you're just getting started, a lot of people fumble their way through. A lot of things in life are experience, learn,
trial by fire.
Yeah. And but if we can help at all, and it goes back to our prior video talking about getting to your bug out location.
Yeah.
And we thought about it after. Some people, their whole bug out plan is to hitch a trailer to their truck or SUV or something, and in that trailer it's supplies in there, all the stuff that they need. But then, like we talked about, and David just said, if it's an EMP, if it's roadblocks, how are you going to get that trailer with the supplies 200 miles away, even 20 miles away?
Yeah.
Can you walk that stuff? Can you put it in a backpack? If it's in a trailer, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to get in a backpack.
Yeah.
You know,
there's only so much you can carry.
Yeah. So one thing you want to think about, if you're going to have a bug out location, be it in the woods, be it just on some rural land in the middle of the woods or in the mountains or somewhere, how am I going to get supplies, the supplies that I need to this location? And how do I take it there often? Like David said, do we go out, we rotate, we make sure everything is secure? Do we have like a underground cache where, you know, everything is locked up under there and all we have to do is get there, dig it out, and voila, we got all our supplies? You know, those are just some things to think about.
Yeah, I would consider that, you know, if you have a cabin, not necessarily keeping everything in the cabin, but having a spot somewhere nearby. Dig yourself a root cellar and disguise it and just hide everything in there. to something that your average would-be burglar wouldn't think of.
Yeah, yeah. Just again, food for thought. Think
Yeah.
about, plan it, because you planned to bug out. You planned to the point where you bought property. You bought a house, a trailer, a shed, or something for that property. You thought ahead enough to say, okay, this is enough room for my family. So now think about the logistics of it all. How am I going to supply it? How am I going to heat it? How are we going to get light? How are we going to get water? Whatever
Yeah.
you need to live. How are we going to get that stuff to this location?
Yeah, more food for thought, because the time to think about it is now, not
Yeah.
in the moment, not in the moment.
Yeah. Because,
More and more mistakes will be made.
yeah, when the bombs start falling, it's too late. You behind the power curve there.
Yeah, unfortunately. But hey, thoughts? You have any thoughts on that, or any suggestions that could be passed on to some of the other viewers? Let us know in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. We hope that you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel and you're wondering about the random cat pictures, they are photos that my wife and I take of strays that we take care of, that we help. And images of them actually help with the loading algorithm on YouTube. If you wanted to help the channel out, or the cats for that matter, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps, and we sure do appreciate it. And if that's it, then what more can I say but stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.